Welcome, everybody, to World Children's Day, a day we celebrate children for who they are and who they will be. Every child, everywhere, which is why we're in this building today, because the United Nations is a place where the world comes together, people from every nation. To help us kick off today's event, we're deeply honored to be joined by the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres. Secretary General, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Tony. Dear friends, as Secretary General, I usually meet with presidents and prime ministers, scientists, military leaders, scholars, academics, captains of industry and business, but none of these people are as important or as inspiring as the children I meet, like you all. And today we celebrate the adoption of the Convention on the Rights of the Child. I want to speak directly to the children that are in this room and through them to all the children around the world. Dear young people, the future of our planet, the future peace of our world is in your hands. Millions of boys and girls like you are still in danger, and we are letting them down as adults. They are fleeing deadly conflicts. They are going hungry or without the medicine they need. They are separated from their parents or making long, dangerous journeys to safety. They are displaced and living in refugee camps far from home, like the children I've met in South Sudan, Greece, Central African Republic, Jordan, Lebanon, and elsewhere. Many are being bullied online or in school, or suffer from discrimination because of their religion, the color of their skin, or their ethnicity. And so often they are victims of violence or exploitation at the hands of adults. All these is completely unacceptable. As a global community, we cannot continue failing our children. And so here is my commitment to you. I will spare no effort to make sure that the United Nations is working every day, every hour, every minute for your best interests, and UNICEF is in the front line of this endeavor. Every child has a right to a safe, healthy, peaceful childhood and to develop to their full potential. Today's children are tomorrow's leaders, tomorrow's presidents and prime ministers, tomorrow's teachers and innovators, even tomorrow's secretary generals of the United Nations. Every day, all of us at the United Nations ask ourselves, how can we work together to best support and protect the children of the world? And how can we benefit from your vision and your suggestions? How can we shape a more sustainable future that will give every child in every society every opportunity not merely to survive, but to thrive? I'm so glad to see so many young people who have traveled here today, because we must also ask ourselves, what do children think? What kind of world do you want? I want to hear your ideas and dreams for the future. Whenever I meet children, including and especially those living in the poorest, most desperate situations, suffering terrible hardships, they never fail to inspire me with their smiles, their laughter, their vision, and their hope. In a world that can so often seem to be a hopeless place, we need children's hope more than ever. And so today, World Children's Day, the walls of the United Nations will echo with the voices and the hopes of your group of the children. As Secretary General, I pledge to you that we will listen and do our best to honor that hope. And I feel inspired by the thousands of children from all regions who helped to design the Sustainable Development Agenda. As we pursue the Sustainable Development Goals, which represent the promises the governments of the world have made to shape a better world for every person and for every child, we remain committed to being informed by your views, your ideas, your suggestions, your plans. The future of the world is in your hands. But we can never forget that the children's future are in our hands. There is no greater responsibility, no more important job, and no better pathway to a better, healthier, more peaceful world for every person, every family, every child. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Secretary General. I'd like first to thank all of you who are here today, including representatives from governments and NGOs and so many other people whose support for this event has been so extraordinary, including 5 athletes, heroes from the Special Olympics, who are here with us, I think in the back there. Is that right? And including representatives of governments which are doing so much, not only to support children in their own countries, but who are bringing children's voices directly to decision makers, like Carmen Dominguez, the Deputy Permanent Representative for Chile. Her country's survey, Yo opino es mi derecho, which means I give my opinion, it's my right, gathered the voices and views of children's Chile to help shape government policies. Or Dr. Ian Jinga, Romania's permanent representative. Romania is one of the countries leading the global partnership to end violence against children. Or like Nantawat Chandurti, Thailand's ambassador and deputy permanent representative. Thailand was one of the countries that brought a youth delegate to the UN's high-level political forum this last July. And most of all, I'd like to thank all the children here today. Are there any children and youth here today? I can't hear you. You are the reason that we do all that we do. So to mark this very special occasion, and to take advantage of being here in this wonderful ECOSOC chamber, I have a very special surprise for you. It's a speech about Sustainable Development Goal number 4, Target 23.6. It's one of the more fascinating but misunderstood of the SDGs. Now, my speech should only take, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to read, but I know you're all looking forward to this great treat. Oh, wait a minute, I see Sherry Weston from Sesame Street here. Sherry, I resent you're interrupting me this way, but please, come on up.
Please don't make that speech, Tony.
Hey, Sherry, it's great to see you.
Thank you so much, Tony.
And thank you for reaching so many children around the world.
Well, it's our pleasure. I am so excited to be here with all of you today and with Tony, because at Sesame Workshop, like UNICEF, World Children's Day is one of our favorite days because we're passionate about reaching children all over the world. And I bet a lot of you know Sesame Street. How many? A lot? Okay, great. But many think of it as the US show, which is best known, but we're actually in 150 countries, reaching millions of children all over the world. And in many of those countries, we create local productions that are in children's own language and culture in places like South Africa, Bangladesh, India, Afghanistan.
Somebody say Afghanistan? Oh,
Sorry.
that is where I am from.
Sorry, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, Mr. Tony. Hello, Miss Sherry.
Hi, sorry. I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so happy to be here, too. I am here to celebrate. World Children's Day is one of my favorite days, too, because children are some of my favorite people, and children like me have important things we want to say.
And Tony, Zari came all the way from Afghanistan, where she lives on Bache Simpson, which is the local Afghan version of Sesame Street.
Could you tell us a little about your life there, Sari, in
yes.
Afghanistan?
I live in a very special place called Bakti Simsim, which means Sesame Garden. Oh, in the best part of every single day is going to school and learning all about the world. Oh, there are so many things I want to know.
And you know what, Zari? When you wear your school uniform and show little girls how important it is to go to school, you're inspiring so many young girls and you're helping them to dream big and imagine possibilities they may never have thought of.
And Sherry, I know that she's not the only one, that she has
true.
girl Muppet inspirations all around the world now.
Oh, yes, there's Chumki in India, Kami in South Africa, Tonton in Jordan, oh, Tuktuki in Bangladesh.
It's true. And best of all of your powerful girlfriends are such important role models for children around the world, showing both boys and girls how important it is to go to school.
Yes.
It could not be more important because from the very first day in a child's life, the children need stimulation and education and protection from violence and good nutrition so that their brains develop properly.
Oh, yes, you are so right, Mr. Tony. Oh, I love going to school and learning.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because I have a nice, long speech, educational speech about education, which I have not yet had the time to give.
Mr. Tony, a speech? You mean a long, boring talk?
Well, not really, but this is, after all, the United Nations.
Mr. Tony, it is not long, boring speech day, is it? It is World Children's Day, right?
She has a good point. It is indeed.
Oh, and Miss Sherry, you are not a child, right?
No.
And
No.
and Mr. Tony? Mr. Tony, you are
Well,
not a child.
I was a child once.
Yeah, and actually, we're still both children at heart.
Yes, we are.
Yes, of course, but I still think that there really needs to be some kids here.
You know, it's an excellent point, Tony.
It
What
is.
do you say?
It's absolutely right.
Oh, I am so glad you think so, because I have some amazing friends here to help celebrate. Come on out, everybody! Oh, here they come.
Uh-oh.
Here they are.
Oh, I think they are taking over.
This is official. We're taking over, you guys.
And not a moment too soon.
I'm so sorry to kick you out. I love you guys.
Here.
I don't blame you.
Okay.
I'm going to go see if I can find even more friends to come and take over.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have fun. Have fun.
Thank you so much. You were amazing.
Thanks. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Mr. Lake, don't forget about that. All right. This is a takeover. But we need more children to speak up.
We're here to represent the children of the world. We've come together to let our voices be heard.
Yep, to speak to you, the adults of the world, the ones in charge, the influencers, the global leaders.
This is what we want. These are our dreams.
Yep, these are our wishes for our world.
A world in which children live in an environment that helps them grow. A wish. Our wish. My wish.
Yep, and not just for some child, but for every child.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jaden Michael.
And I'm Isabella Moner, and this is a takeover for the United Nations headquarters.
And we want everyone, especially all the adults in this room, to listen up.
Yep, because we have something to say, and that is why we're here.
CRC brings peace and harmony. No more wars, start the tour, we're gonna show who we are. Too many kids are dying, and too many kids are crying. As the rich pick which Mercedes-Benz, children are harmed to survive in front. Children are the hope for the future.
Curtain opens on a little boy who's a refugee while his country's at war. He grows up with little friends, can't even read until UNICEF came with the CRC, telling him he should have had a home. He should have had a family, he shouldn't have to suffer so long. Now my part is over, but I'm gonna leave you with the kids, cause you all are number one.
The UN.
Not at the UN. Oh
Wow.
my goodness, that was amazing.
Yes.
All right.
As I
first-
said, children are taking over.
Forgot my lines. Okay, first, I would like to introduce you to a very, very special little girl. I mean, I guess she kind of started this whole thing. Her name is Inez. Her name is Inez, and she came all the way from the UK today. She's 7 years old, and she's amazing. I can't wait for you to meet her. Come on up, Inez. Come on up. Woo! You want this?
Hello. I'm very happy to be here for UNICEF's first ever World Children's Day.
Yeah.
Two years ago, I was telling my father that it's very nice there's a Mother's Day and Father's Day, but I was wondering why that wasn't a Children's Day. My father listened to me and talked to his friends at UNICEF and found out there was already some countries that celebrated children. That made me so happy. I believe as children we want to help and care for each other. Children have a voice. My wish for every child is to be happy, healthy, and safe.
Thank you so much, Inez. Thank you. Mr. Secretary General, we know that you have to leave to some other meetings, and on behalf of the children here and around the world, we want to thank you for speaking to us and making sure that our voices are here to say. And thank you for listening to what we have to say. Children are the reason we're here today. All children. But sometimes it's hard to know what their lives are like every day. So to help you imagine what a child goes through on a day-to-day basis, we have a fun activity. You all have cards in front of your desks of children. Please pick up the cards and study the photos carefully. Each one tells a story. Where do you think that photo was taken? What is that child's life like every day? Have they had enough to eat? Are they safe? Are they healthy? Right now, I want all of you to talk to the people on your right and on your left and behind you and in front of you and tell them, what do you see? What do you see when you look at these photos? Where do you think she's from? What do you think she has to do to survive? Does she have to travel miles just to get fresh water? Does she live in a war zone? Is she safe? Is she happy? Thank you for all of your attention. These photos were carefully selected by UNICEF to show a world in which children thrive and a world in which millions of children do not. That's what today is all about, to ask ourselves why. Why millions of children are not thriving, and what we as a global community can do about that to change. Here's a short film that illustrates why World Children's Day is so important.
Imagine a day I had a voice, a day where I was heard, listened to, and understood. Imagine a moment I could voice my message, a message for the world to hear. To take a stand, be important, be seen, be at the front, raise my voice, tell the world what's on my heart. Even if it's just for one day.
Today is the day of every girl and every boy who have raised their voice for their rights.
And the biggest dreamers are kids.
This is freedom allow me to have a voice.
Through the world's media, politics, business, sports, music, and entertainment, we want to give voice to the children in our global village. On World Children's Day, let's stand together for the world's most vulnerable and hardest to reach children. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way it treats its children. World Children's Day. For every child.
And now, I'd like to introduce my friends Nancy and Basile to come to the stage. They have an amazing story.
Good morning. My name is Basile, and I am 12.
I am Nancy. I am 10 years old.
We are both from Syria. Our country is not safe for children.
Did you know that today there are over 5 million Syrian refugees running from the fighting? Nearly half are children like us.
My family fled Syria and went as refugees to Jordan. My father had to work two works from 6 a.m. until midnight every day to provide our family. In 2015, I found out we were moving to Canada. I was very scared at first. Canada seemed so far away. Later that year, our family became the first Syrian family to settle in the Canadian province of Prince Edward Island. I've made many friends at school, and I've even learned to love all the snow. I'm proud to be in Canada, and I'm proud to be a Syrian Canadian.
When I was 4, I had to leave Syria with my family. We walked all the way from Damascus to Jordan. 1 year ago, I came to the United States. I love my new home, the school, the houses, the bugs, and also my new friend. My favorite subject at school is art, and I love drawing. When I grow up, I want to be an eye doctor. My favorite thing about the people is their eyes, that the very first thing that I notice about someone, it always makes me curious to learn more about them. Also, if I became an eye doctor, I can travel back in Syria and other places to help the people around the world. I have a friend back in Syria that I miss. I always remind myself, lift your head up and always remember you are Syrian.
We are happy that we are safe, but we'll never forget about the 6 million children still affected by the war in Syria, or the 35 million other children who are trapped by emergencies.
Baz and I talked to one of those children on Skype, Rose, a refugee girl from South Sudan who now lives in Uganda.
And her message is this: leaders of the world need to stop war and focus on education. We need to educate more as many as children we can. They are the future leaders. Which is why our wish for every child is peace. Thank you.
All right, our next speaker, I'm really, really excited for. He's my great friend, Emanuel Ford. He's 15, and he studies at the New York Institute for Special Education, and he's such a wonderful person. Emanuel?
Chairperson, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on this World Children's Day, I would like to draw your attention to the challenges children with disabilities face. You will agree we are all different, but we all have the same rights. My name is Emanuel Ford. In addition to being born blind, I face some mobility challenges. I use a wheelchair from time to time. Despite this, I have dreams of becoming a meteorologist. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 93 million children with disabilities around the world, and our challenges vary from person to place to circumstance to disability. For example, my friend Saja from Syria is 14 years old. She lost her leg in a bombing in Aleppo. But that's not what defines her. She loves soccer and studying. She told me she dreams of becoming a gymnastic instructor, and I believe she will do it. Also from Syria is Firas. He is 17 years old, and he told me how he lost his father and both his legs due to a bomb in Aleppo. Despite his disability, he dreams of owning a large clothing shop. He's now waiting patiently for prosthetic legs so he can play soccer again. In countries like Syria, children with disabilities face many challenges, among them the opportunity to attend school. And in many places, there are no services, wheelchairs, or assistive devices to help children with disabilities, or because these are too expensive. Ladies and gentlemen, on this 2017 World Children's Day, I call for your action to change this uneven playing field. All children with disabilities should be treated fairly and have the same opportunities. World leaders must find solutions so that the children in Syria and all children with disabilities around the world can attend school and have access to whatever we need to overcome the challenges we face having a disability. My wish for every child is to have a fair chance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emanuel. All right. Kids around the world have been getting ready for World Children's Day by redoing a great song by Pink, What About Us? You might have heard of it. We've been using cameras. Kids around the world have been filming themselves dancing and singing to this song. And today we're proud to show you this video made by kids with a little help from Pink.
Teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world.
خلقك على الأرض
ما قال لك هي مرتك، هي مو لك لحالك، لكل العالم.
We children understood we cannot trust that the adults alone will save our future. We have to take our future in our own hands. Enough is enough. Yeah. What about us? What about all the times you said you had the answers? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disasters? What about love? What about trust? What about us? 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 What about us?
Wow, another great performance. Yes, I'd like to introduce our next guest, who will talk to us about not only what it's like to see the wars happen around you, but they're also in the wars. Please welcome Daphne Keene and Graciela Elsie Aucabo? No?
Good morning. I feel incredibly honored to be standing here today at the United Nations, but I feel even more honored to be standing here next to Graciela. Over the past couple of days, I have found out how much I have in common with her, as we both like to play sports, to practice handstands, and to play pretending games. These things, as many children, we have in common, but I have been lucky that I have not seen war in my lifetime. I have gone to school every day. I have gone to the park to play with my friends. I have practiced my handstands. I had played my sports. And I have felt safe, knowing where my home is, who will make supper for me, and who will put me into bed. Maybe some of you, or even most of you, had similar childhoods. I have also been lucky enough to be allowed to play some of my pretending games on screen. In the movie Logan, I played a character called Laura, or X-23. She's a child who is forced to become a warrior when all she wants is to live like a normal girl. Adults control her and turn her into a weapon. She is a tool for them to carry out their own purposes, which are violent, very selfish, and very destructive. They shouldn't have anything at all to do with a child. But what they don't bargain on is her capacity to believe in her future and her capacity to love. Graciela lived this terrible experience in real life. She's going to tell you her story now, but as you listen to it, I want you to imagine, really to imagine, that Graciela's story is your story. I want you to play a pretending game with us. How would that make you feel? Who would that make you be? This is her story.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Wakabo Elsie Graciela. J'ai 16 ans.
Hello, my name is Graciela Elsie Wakabo. I am 16 years old.
Je viens de Nola, un petit village minier en banlieue de Bangui, en République centrafricaine.
I come from Nola, a small mining town outside of Bangui, Central African Republic.
Je n'étais qu'un bébé lorsque ma mère est morte il y a 3 ans. Mon père a été tué quand la Séléka a attaqué ma ville.
I come from Nola, a small mining... When I was a baby, my mother died, and 3 years ago, my father was killed when the Seleka rebel group attacked my town.
J'ai fui Nola avec un groupe de voisins. Nous avons essayé de rejoindre Bangui, la capitale.
I fled Nola with a group of my neighbors. We were trying to get to Bangui, the capital city.
Mais sur la route, nous avons rencontré une milice
dans les anti-Balaka. Nous avons été recrutés de force.
But along the way, we met the anti-Balaka armed group. We were forced to join them.
Ils m'ont gardé pendant 2 ans. J'étais cuisinière, ils m'ont aussi formé aux armes, ce que je déteste. Ils étaient violents. Je n'ai reçu aucune éducation, aucun espoir.
They kept me for over 2 years. I was a cook, and they also trained me to fight, which I hated. They abused me. I had no education, no hope.
Mais maintenant, je commence une nouvelle vie. Je vis avec mon grand-père à Bangui. Je suis de retour à l'école et j'aide les autres enfants vulnérables, les orphelins, les enfants des rues et les filles qui ont été maltraitées.
But now I am starting new life. I am living with my grandfather in Bangui. I am back at school and I am helping other vulnerable children, orphans, street children, and girls who have been abused.
Je veux les aider parce que je sais ce que c'est d'être seul, d'être blessé, de perdre son enfance.
I want to help them because I know what it's like to be alone, to be hurt, and to lose my childhood.
Merci d'avoir écouté mon histoire.
Thank you for listening to my story. It makes me really happy to think of Graciela with her grandfather, now back at school. But I am also trying to imagine what it must feel like to carry those experiences around in your head. I don't think I could be as strong as Graciela, could you? I feel honored to stand next to her because she has confronted this great horror with hope. Hope is just exactly what she said they had taken away from her. She's making something positive out of all that she has lived. She is helping other people and showing us all that violence doesn't have to create more violence, that love and peace are possible. But the story she has lived is real, and it's all too common around the world. It is happening right now, literally right now, to other children like her, or me, or your own children, right now. No child should have to experience violence. No child should have to be abused, and no child should have to be forced to fight. As I am speaking right now, tens of thousands of children in 20 countries are still being used as soldiers, sleeping with their rifles at their sides, seeing things no child should have to see, doing things no child should have to do. And like Graciela, they experience terrible violence and abuse at the hands of adults who should instead be protecting them. Some of those injuries will stay with them physically for the rest of their lives, but all of them will keep their memories. Adults fight for complicated reasons we children cannot hope to understand. You fight for what you call economical reasons, but I am sorry, I don't like maths. If it were like in the films, we would clearly know who's good and who's bad. But it is children who are most vulnerable, most at risk. They are the ones who are sad every day and who cry every night. Children are living every day in terrible pain. We ask you, please, to do everything you can to protect and support children like Graciela, who had suffered so much, and help them back into a world of hope. And do everything you can to build that hope by working always towards peace and an end to violence. Our wish, Graciela's and mine, is for safety, to allow us, the children, to grow up and achieve our dreams. Our wish is peace for children around the world. And our wish is hope. Please help us to keep hoping. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. That was amazing. I thought I was cool for being able to speak Spanish. Okay, this is a perfect time to have an event because it's like it's between breakfast and lunch, so no one's really hungry. Can I take off my shoes? Because are we allowed to do that at the UN? I'm in pain right now. We're taking over. It's happening. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Isabella Moner. I'm reading off of note cards, but I promise you I wrote this. I am the first generation daughter of an immigrant. I was born in Cleveland, but I'm proudly Peruvian and committed to a better world. This commitment began when I went on my first medical mission with my mother. She's a nurse. We went with a team of doctors, and I was very, very young, but I was able to help by translating for the doctors and kicking soccer balls around and entertaining them by singing karaoke. I spent my weeks there loving every second of it. I wanted to absorb information like a sponge and learn as much as I could because thank you to my mother, that was definitely one of my values. And last summer, I returned to Peru, thank you to UNICEF. And my trip along the Amazon River began in the morning with my brother and my mother, and we went on a little boat to the Loreto region. It's a tropical city in the jungle of Iquitos, if you were not aware. My first morning there, we arrived, and there were over 50 people waiting for us, including the mayor, so I felt really cool. And there was also, so I feel cool now too, because all of you guys are here, but there were actually a parade of drum lines and people chanting, following us to the surveillance center. And in case you didn't know what that was, that's in Indiana, the District of Indiana, and that's where pregnant women and parents with young children, and they're about my age, very, very young, and they're getting information about pregnancy, breastfeeding, nutrition, and childhood development. So during my visit, I met a young woman there. She was wearing jean shorts and a tank top from Justice, which is actually a store that I used to buy from in the United States back when I was in grade school. And she was so tiny, but you could see her baby bump. And when I found out that she was 14, I just began to cry because this girl she's younger than me, and she has the responsibilities that I couldn't even imagine having. I couldn't even picture that. I'm worried about my teenage angst and too many assignments for school. But I told her she was strong. I hugged her, and I was crying like I am now. Come on, okay. That's when I realized the valuable role that UNICEF plays in the lives of children in communities like Indiana. They created a place where everyone, women and young girls, can go and we can feel safe and we can feel loved and supported. And UNICEF offer that. And for me, they offered me an example of how I can help. They offered me how I can get involved in the change that I want to see in the world. And because young people don't just want to be helped, they want to help. We want to make a better future, don't we? We don't just want to sit around on our laptop devices and everything like our parents think we do. We want to see a change. We want to get up and make a better future for everyone. And the world is a dangerous place, as we can see, on Twitter. But children have the ability to make the pendulum shift. We have the fire in us to start these movements. We have the fire that adults lost when they grew up. They lost the impetus for change because they were disenfranchised for so long. We are not afraid because our light works better in darkness, and we will shine a light for the future generations to come. I think of every young person's dream. I'm almost done. I swear this is so long. I think of every young person's dream and how can you achieve something that you can't even define, that you can't even see right now? You can't even see what you're capable of. You can't grasp. And I fear that the children of this world are losing their innocence as they're being shown the naked truth of this world, which they should not be. They need to feel loved, and they need to. I just hope that when you've poured everything that you have into something that you care about, here, I'm talking to you guys, I hope that you get what you deserve. I hope that you truly feel like you've achieved it. And when that dream feels out of reach, I hope that you work harder so that you can achieve it, okay? Because I know every single one of you in here has a dream. You will get what you deserve, and it doesn't matter where you work, it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter who you are, the numbers in your sport, the grades that you have. We're here, and there is work to do. And what I have to say to my fellow dreamers, may you never wake up. Thank you. My wish for every child is hope. All right. Now I'd like to introduce somebody who just brings to light everything that I just said. Her name is Kati Chauhan. Did I say that right? Yes. Awesome. Take it away.
Good morning. From the snow-capped Himalayas to the dry Thar Desert, India defines the word diversity. We are a land of rituals and civilizations, of traditions, culture, and beliefs. But in our long list of beliefs, one is the supremacy of the male gender over female. That has been ingrained into our minds for so long, it has now become concrete. And every hour, every day, thousands of women and girls are crushed beneath this brick of bias. A child is praised for being a boy, but suppressed if it's a girl. Our religious beliefs make girls a goddess, yet we fail to recognize her as a human being. While male children will become a future source of the income for the family, girls are considered a liability. This mindset violates girls' freedom, their economic and social standing. This violates their person. If you're a woman or a girl, you know what I'm talking about. Whether you've grown up in a rural or an urban setting, lived at home or ventured out into a new city, work at office or manage your household full-time, the fear of violation is constant and real. It also violates their rights to education. While I was waiting for my passport photograph, I saw this little girl in the adjacent room, sewing a pair of trousers. She was barely a teenager and surrounded by 10 other male workers. But what caught my eye was she was hiding a book in her lap, determined to gain an education, but forced to do so in secret. No wonder 59% of the world's illiterate people are girls. And no wonder over half of out-of-school children are girls. Education gave girls not only a source of income power, but the power to shake the deeply rooted customs and traditions that for too long have held women back. Traditions can never die. They form the principles of our existence. They are the roads to our success. But every road needs to be repaved. And the repavement has already begun. It's all of us to carry it forward. Especially we, the children, the future of the nation. So my wish for every child is an education. Thank you.
Thank you, Kati, for your inspiring words. It was amazing. And thank you for sharing your wish for every child. Now I want to invite all my friends to share their wishes, all of you guys, for every child. And for the adults in this room, I have a request to make. All of us children here today have come with a responsibility on our shoulders, a big responsibility. We spent hours working on this, and we're here as a voice for the children all around the world. We know the positive influence that you are capable of and that the adults here have on the world and on the lives of children. And it's amazing to think about all the different countries and communities that you represent and the millions of children that you represent. Every child here has been, thinking about a wish and a want for every child. We've all written our wishes on postcards, actually, a message of hope for a world where every child can thrive. So on your desk is a postcard with wishes from us. And we would love if you would all just help us connect with those children, and that you are connected by taking our cards and posting them and delivering them to a child you know in this country or another country, just to raise awareness. And thank you for that.
Our next speaker is equally active in making the world a better place for all children, especially the children of Africa. Please welcome Latite Basile.
Just take this guy out.
Good evening, one and all. My name is Latita Basile. I'm 14 years old and I'm from South Africa, Soweto specifically. And I'm just going to perform my written declaration for children of South Africa and children all around the world. So the title is Child of Africa. Child of Africa, unnoticed in the shadows, overlooked and underestimated everywhere you go. Let your gentle strength be celebrated, your natural curiosity be practiced. You are flowers, provoking beauties. You need rights to flourish and bloom, and no one can take that away from you. Yet always be responsible, because not all may have what you have. Lead us, child, lead us into a shining future bright as ever, a future with never-dying streams and evergreen trees in the distance. There is no time to waste. Don't let your power and grace wither away. Child of Africa, called by the savannah, let your light shine through. Show the power of your potential. Today is your day. Celebrate the right to be a child this World Children's Day. Good morning, goeiemorgen, sanbonani, dumelang, absheni, and welcome to you all. I'd like to give a special greeting to all the children here and all around the world, specifically South Africa. And I'd like to, as you've already heard my declaration for children of Africa, I'd also like to acknowledge all the children around the world who were surveyed in the UNICEF Global Children's Survey, right? The children surveyed were between the ages of 9 and 13, and they had been asked what their hopes and dreams were. No matter where they'd lived, they all had similar answers. A fair, equal world, good education, great sanitation, access to water, the stopping of violence and abuse, and a loving home. The responses also showed an overwhelming desire for leaders they can look up to. Leaders who will listen. In the words of a girl in Mexico who, when asked what would make children's life better, she replied, "For adults not to do bad things, because we learn from them." In conclusion, I'd like to leave you all with a statement which I think is very important in light of today. Children are the future, yet adults are in control today. History will judge them harshly if they fail to support children today. And my wish for children all around the world is strength.
Woo! Congratulations. Thank you, Latita, for those inspiring words. Our next speaker is a climate change activist, a young climate change activist. Please welcome Fatoumata Cissé.
As you've heard, my name is Fatoumata Cissé, and I'm an 8th grader at High Leadership Charter School, located in the South Bronx. I'm part of the New York City Junior Ambassadors Program by the New York City's Mayor's Office for International Affairs, which gets youth involved in the work of the United Nations. And I strongly believe that every child has the right to a good life and a voice in this world. I also believe that protecting our environment and life below the water are important for a good life for all, but especially for children. We can reverse climate change and protect our oceans, but it requires that we all work together. This is exactly what my classmates and I did through the Junior Ambassadors Program. My first trip to the United Nations transformed me, and I became dedicated to learning as much as I could about the SDGs. Each student in my class also adopted an SDG and helped raise awareness and action around the chosen goal. I chose SDG number 14 and SDG number 13. I've always been intrigued by the beauty of our environment, including marine life. As someone who used to suffer from asthma, clean air is very important to me. My passion for these topics has expanded greatly as a New York City Junior Ambassador. I've learned many wonderful and tragic things about our environment, our oceans, and water supplies. I have made it my life mission to spread the word about the impacts that we have on them. Children worldwide, we are lucky to be growing up in a time where the world has agreed to solve some big problems by 2030. I am thrilled to pledge my commitment and those of other New York City Junior Ambassadors like me to the SDGs and to taking action to bring us closer to the 2030 promise of a better world. We hope you will also pledge to live the SDGs daily. The great Nelson Mandela said that there could be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. I agree. So world leaders, make sure you involve us while making decisions. As I conclude, I want to share my wish for children worldwide with you. I wish for a world where children could breathe clean air, a world without climate disasters. I wish for every child the opportunity to swim in clean beaches, rivers, and oceans. Thank you, and let's take over the world.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I'm an actor y soy dominicano, a very, very proud Dominican. Not only am I an actor, but I also care about the future. What is the future, you might ask? Well, all these children here, every single bright, intelligent, and inspirational child here is the future. I'm up here today to remind you of that. To remind you that every decision you make impacts us, the future. This year, I had the honor of being a part of the UNICEF and GRAY Global Kids Council. I got to take over GRAY advertising as a creative director to help shape a very, very special activation for World Children's Day. We have worked on representing children on 6 continents and developing change in our countries. I want to remind you that my generation will inherit every decision made here at the UN. But unlike adults, we don't have a voice. We don't have a vote. We expect you guys to represent us. I developed an idea of a monument to represent all children here around the world. This monument is a replica of the seat General Assembly members like you sit in while they make choices and decisions that will affect the entire world. I developed this idea to represent every child, so that every child can have a voice. And that's why we need this seat. We need this seat to be a living monument to the children of the world and a constant reminder that the decisions made in here today will be inherited by us tomorrow. We need this seat to remind you that the world's children are facing very big and very, very serious problems. And if we don't solve them now, children will be hurt by them in the future. We need this seat to remind you who you are working so hard to make peace for. But this monument won't just be for adults. Right now, there are children across the globe who feel forgotten, without hope, without help. This seat will tell my generation that we are important to the world because we are important to you. I'm calling on everyone in this room and anyone who cares about the future to help make this happen. Help us put this monument in the actual General Assembly Hall in the UN, so that the next time that world leaders make decisions, instead of thinking about how the decisions you make will affect adults, instead, You will look at this seat and think about how the decisions you make will affect the children of the future. Because when you make these decisions, it's not only you guys who will be impacted. These laws, these ideas will be implemented for years and years and years and years and years and years to come. So we should be involved with these issues that will affect us. The future does not have a voice here at the UN, but you do. It's your move. I would like to say in closing that my work with the great Global Kids Council has had one goal: putting children first. As my Global Kid Council friend from Turkey, Alp, says, let's return the smiles to where they belong. My wish? For every child to have their smiles back. Thank you. That goes there. One last thing. I wanted to show this clip of Millie Bobby Brown that she made for us, one of the main characters in Stranger Things, so let's get to it.
Hey, are you ready for this? It's me, Millie. Us kids are taking over today because it's World Children's Day. Today, all day, me and kids around the world will be raising our voices to help save children's lives, fight for their rights, and help them fulfill their full potential. Join us. Check out UNICEF on Facebook and follow the hashtag World Children's Day to see the action. Things are going to get loud. Mwah.
That was a great speech from Jaden and a great video from Millie. So great job.
Thank you.
And
You did well
actually,
as well.
look, we have another kid taking over. It's Cooper.
Awesome.
Cooper has taken over the sign language. Thank you,
Cool.
Cooper.
Thank you,
Yes.
Cooper. So, we're nearly at the end of our takeover. We spent the past 90 minutes sharing our stories and our wishes for every child. And now we'd like to ask you to all pledge your support.
Yes, you all have big cards in front of you, and there's a space in the cards for you to write a comment. So we'd love for you to take a couple minutes, maybe write a short note for us, maybe say like, hey, you did a great job, so-and-so, when you spoke. And it would mean a lot to us, and you can tell us how you feel now that you've heard what we have to say. And make a pledge to keep our wishes in the front of your minds, and yeah, hopefully.
Write your comments, and please sign the card and write your name. So we'll collect the cards at the end of the event as a memento of the rest of the day. So please take 2 minutes now, and if you need to finish before you leave, please do so.
Yeah, thank you so much. Now, we're really, really excited about our final guests. You music lovers will love these two sisters named Chloe and Hallie, who opened up for Miss Queen Bee on her world tour. So, prepare to have your minds blown.
Help us welcome Chloe and Hallie,
Yeah.
along with the PS22 choir.
Yes, PS22.
in this world together, and together we should grow. Oh, 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 oh. There's one thing I know for sure, every little thing gon' be alright. Every little thing gon' be alright, 'cause I said so. Every little thing gon' be alright. Hey. Every little thing gon' be alright, 'cause I said so. There's no need to worry, 'cause we're gonna be just fine. Grab my hand and join me, darling, let's forget the time. 'Cause I see children laughing even though their days are gray. All of us are dreamers and we have something to say. Hey, 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 hey. There's one thing I know for sure, gonna be alright. Hey, every little thing gonna be alright, 'cause I said so. Every little thing gonna be alright. Every little thing gonna be alright, 'cause we said so. We gonna be, gonna be. We gonna be, gonna be. We are the children of the world. We are the lovers of the earth. And that's why every little thing gonna be alright. We are the children of the world. We are the lovers of the earth. And that's why every little thing gonna be alright. Every little thing gonna be alright. Hey! Every little thing gonna be alright, 'cause I said so. Every little thing gonna be alright. Every little thing gonna be alright, 'cause we said so. Every little thing gonna be alright. Every little thing gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Every little thing gonna be alright. Every little thing. 'Cause we said so. Every little thing. 'Cause I said so. We are the lovers of the earth, and that's why every little thing gonna be alright. We are the children of the world. We are the lovers of the earth, and that's why every little thing gonna be alright. We are the children of the world. We are the lovers of the earth, and that's why every little thing gonna be alright. We are the children of the world. We are the lovers of the earth, and that's why every little thing gonna be alright. We are the children.
We are children of the world. We are the dreamers. We are the future leaders.
Every little thing gonna be alright.
This day, we take over the UN to talk to you, for you to listen to what we have to say.
To share our dreams and to share our stories, and for you to hear from the real children whose lives are affected by a challenging world.
To share with us our commitment to building a better world together.
We know there will be a tomorrow, a world where not a single child is forgotten, where not a single life is lost, where it could have been saved.
There's one thing we know for sure. We are in this world together, and everything will be all right.
When each and every one of you, when each and every one of you start to feel like a link in a chain, a catalyst, a leader of positive change.
When each of us does everything in our power to create a bright future.
for every child.
I just want to give a special thanks to all the adults and children who made this possible, all of you for being here. We've said our part. Now it's your turn.
Yes, we challenge all of the adults in the room to take our messages back to your country. Take action for every child, everywhere.
And to all the children out there, don't let the adults off the hook. Continue educating, continue agitating for change. Continue raising your voices.
A better future is possible, but it's up to us to make that happen.
All of us, for every child.
And sincerely, thank you, each and every one of you, for being here. And let's go eat.
Thank you so much, PS22. Thank you to PS22 and all of you guys for being here.
PS22.
Hey, Lisa.
Okay, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, clap. 1, 2, 3, 4.